name is Greg or Gorge, depending on how you know me, and I am here for the Minnesota United at Colorado Rapids preview um, on May 8th with the kickoff at 9 p.m. 9 p.m. kickoff. But I'm hopeful that we get a win, but we're off to our worst start at 0-3 in MLS, and it's been a very tough hole, and I think there's not been a lot of teams that have started off this and ended up making the playoffs. So it'll kind of, almost be like a miracle. Or I'm hopeful we can dig ourselves out and get our form back. That we had last year, and so we're going to Colorado after a very disappointing home defeat last week against Austin, which I was privileged enough to be down in the stadium and watch. And it was, I mean, I don't know, we had chances and we just couldn't finish them. Some off the top of my head, the Avila Reynoso combination where Reynoso ended up hitting the post was one. Finley, I think he skied an open net, and it wasn't, we weren't clinical enough. Plus that also didn't help that defensively. I feel like our organization just hasn't been good defensively this season so far. I don't want to throw the whole defense under the bus, but seems like Chase Gasper, as much as we all love him, he can just be very. He's been just shocking, and been, like I said, mistake prone on most goals that we've conceded this season, which is something that hopefully in training that they learn. And I mean, this is his third year and MLS, and so I mean, I can understand making some of those mistakes, but like constantly making those mistakes is something that's that needs to be worked on. As far as converting our chances, I mean, that's really a no-brainer. We need to we need to take them, and like, I know you can work on them in training, but you can't really like bring the nerves that you have during a game and put it into training, or the same with like going to penalties. I mean, there's when you're training at practice and training for penalties, it's not you really don't have the nerves because you don't have people yelling and screaming and trying to distract you. So that's definitely, we need to be better. Last season, when we had Reynoso and Molino playing together, the defensive basically they had to pick to defend either like kind of both of them, or kind of split the defenses, or one of them that had to pick to defend one of them. That would leave a gap so the other one could do the magic and create something from that. So I'm hopefully Hunu and the guy that apparently that we've signed or linked with, Franco Frangapane. I don't know. I might have butchered it. I'm sorry. I'm not good with pronunciations. Can have the same impact. So for my starting 11, I'm going with a 4-2-3-1, which is kind of the most common Adrian Heath formation. So in goal, I would really Dane St. Clair. He's been amazing since he's performed and broke through. But then I can also understand maybe putting Tyler Miller in just to see if like he can kind of help fix and keep the defense organized. But and I had to go with my gut feeling, and I had to say St. Clair. But honestly, I would not be surprised if Tyler Miller started. At right back, I mean, this is a no brainer. Romain Montaner. No, the guy's a machine. He can't stop running. He's all over the field. He's made last ditch tackles, and I mean he's just when he first came in, he was like really, really good, and I know last season he wasn't up onto his form when he came in. So hopefully this season he gets it back and does well. So center backs, this is all before we have. Who we know who's out, who's injured, who's questionable. If Debasi is fit, then I'm going with a center back partnership of Michael Boxall and Debasi. If he's not fit, I this might be a controversial decision, but I am going with Michael Boxall and Brent Coleman, and I'll get to why it's controversial being at left back. So at left back, I would go with Yuka Raitala instead of Chase Gasper, just because Raitala usually plays left back for Finland, and it also kind of gives Gasper a rest and just see how he plays, since that's what he plays for his national team. Then for our pivot, I would go with Will Trapp and Ozzy Alonso, which I know is kind of playing two number sixes. I would like we did with Austin, kind of brought Jan Gregus on for Ozzy, because I don't know if he has the legs anymore to be constant. So I would bring Jan Gregus in for Ozzy, or play Hassani Dotson if he's not starting. At left, I would go with this is kind of up in a depending on if it's if Hansen is fit or who knows, but I would go with on the left. I would go with either Justin McMaster or Hassani Dotson. McMaster he's looked great when he's come into games, and he's been really, really good, and kind of he already has his first MLS assist of his career, and hopefully sometime this season he gets his first MLS goal. And as kind of for Dotson, he's very versatile, and can almost play anywhere. He's played at fullback positions. But he's more a natural midfielder. And when he went up with the U23s for the Olympic qualifying, he was kind of picked as played in more as a midfielder, attacking wise, and he's very good. And so at the number 10 spot, I would play Reynoso, if he's over, if he's over, kind of he got substituted last game. Kind of he had a calf problem that was kind of uh, you know bugging him this past week in training, and so hopefully it doesn't affect him too bad. But if he's not, which I mean I already assume that he'll probably start. I would start Dotson in that number 10 role. If Reynoso isn't fit to last the 90 minutes, or can only do a few minutes, I would start him instead. Um, at right mid, I would start uh, Lude if he's back, because I know he missed last week because he had a back problem. If not, I would still go with Ethan Finley. They're both very good options. Lou kind of gives that inverted winger look, and Finley is more of the traditional winger, and likes to stay wide. Um, Up at striker, uh, I saw something on Twitter somewhere, a Minnesota fan basically saying that they think that Avila is basically the next coming of Angelo Rodriguez, and so I'm gonna go and say start Avila to start, and I know he's kind of very injury prone, and depending on how the game is going, I know a lot of times, that Heath likes to, put in a new striker, and from what I saw from Langsdorf against Austin, he was willing to, fight and chase after every ball, and he really did uh, showed a lot of passion for it, that fight, and so. Yeah, I would basically start Avila, and then depending on how it goes, and I think Colorado, they kind of their defense is kind of physical, and Langsdorf is definitely kind of that physical build. So that is my starting 11. So comment down below your thoughts on my predicted starting 11, and then also comment your predicted lineup as well. Make sure to leave a like, subscribe, and share this video so we can grow this channel. Make sure to follow my social media accounts, and hopefully we get a win. And before I go, I'm gonna give my score prediction. I'm gonna go. I'm gonna. I'm just gonna. I'm not gonna guess the goals, but I'm just hoping for my guts telling me that we're gonna get a win. So like I said, like, subscribe, share, follow me for updates, and come on, you loons.